Neistat releases an epic takedown of Kanye West.
I miss the old Kanye, the straight from the goat Kanye.
And the Jewish people are seeing infighting between two incredibly popular YouTube creators.
Welcome to the Weekly Jews, the pop culture news show that invites you into the tribe. My name is Andrew Apple. Don't forget to hit that like button. Now let's get to the squeeze.
Neistat just took down Kanye West in one of the strongest ways possible. Neistat, one of the most popular digital creators, isn't usually one to talk about his religion, but after Kanye West appeared on Revolt's Drink Champs saying,
"The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me."
Neistat took to his YouTube channel to not only talk about his Judaism, but to open up about his connection to the religion and show pictures of himself wearing a yarmulke. Many people are currently posting this image saying that they stand against anti-Semitism, but words on a screen are easy to ignore. It takes a brave stance to stand up to anti-Semites like Kanye West with your face in front of the camera, and that's why Neistat is a BAMF. Adidas has since dropped Kanye West for saying anti-Semitic.
Is 2022 the year that Hallmark finally figures out how to make a real Hanukkah movie? Hallmark may have finally found a recipe that actually will result in a good film. Now, they teased us when they did Love Lights Hanukkah and upped the ante with 8 gifts of Hanukkah, going so far as to poach Jake Epstein from the much better Mistletoe and Menorahs over on Lifetime. But now, Hallmark may have finally cracked the code. How do you make something kosher? Put it on rye bread. Doesn't matter what it is. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, as long as it's on rye, it's fine. You know what? Actually, don't quote me on that. You should ask your rabbi for religious advice, not me. But this year, as part of its 2022 countdown to Christmas, if you scroll all the way back to the final slide on their website, you will find a preview for the new film Hanukkah on Rye, which, according to the synopsis, will feature Jeremy Jordan and Yael Grobles as 2 Jews who are put together by an old-school matchmaker, only to find out later that they are both deli owners in competition with each other? Come on! Now, if this is giving you some serious You've Got Mail vibes, you're right, but welcome to the world of Hallmark. Their movies are formulaic, but everyone gets a happy ending, which, let's be honest, is not always the case for the Jewish people. And let's take a moment to appreciate the fact that not only do we get Israeli actress Yael Grobles, but also Jewish singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb. Jeremy Jordan is not a Jew, but we're gonna give him a pass since he did the best he could in the last 5 years' film. Still not as good as Jake Epstein, though. Right now, 2 very prominent Jewish online creators are fighting, and it isn't pretty. Ethan Klein is a popular longtime YouTuber who's known for making very over-the-top jokes and having an incredibly crass sense of humor. He's also known for his incredibly leftist political views, especially on his podcast Leftovers that he co-hosts with liberal commentator Hassan Abi, best known for his work on the Young Turks. On a recent livestream, Ethan took a swipe at conservative Jewish commentator Ben Shapiro, saying, "If they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets gassed first," which led to a ton of backlash. And Shapiro, to his credit, took the high road on Twitter, saying, "If there were another Holocaust, I would hope that Ethan and his family escaped, but maybe that's just me." Still, Shapiro's fans proceeded to vilify Ethan Klein immediately, with one viewer saying, "As an Orthodox Jewish man, I find this man's behavior deplorable and frankly disturbing. I am not one to advocate for deplatforming, but if Ethan Klein's channel disappeared one day, I would shed no tears." And that's effectively what happened, because YouTube removed both the video where he made the comment and a podcast he later recorded responding to the backlash. In response to all of this, Klein took to Twitter saying, "A few white supremacists successfully lobbied YouTube to suspend me, a Jewish dual citizen of Israel and USA, for anti-Semitism. Ben Shapiro and friends can virtue signal all they want, but ultimately, they are the ones platforming dangerous anti-Semites. All I did was point it out." And that's all we know right now, but to be honest, all of this just sucks. Ethan, Ben, what are you doing? We already have Kanye going DEFCON 3 on our people. We don't need to go after each other. Can we stop? Please? Right now, the biggest Jewish badass out there, without fail, is Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. This is a guy who went from playing the president on Ukrainian television to actually leading the country in a war against Vladimir Putin. And you know what? He's winning. Not only the battle, but the hearts and minds of people all over the world. And what does every nice Jewish boy's mother hope to see him achieve? Meeting Barbra Streisand, which is exactly what Zelenskyy just did via video chat. According to Streisand's Facebook page, she's working with Zelenskyy to see how she can help his cause against Russia, asking her fans to donate to Ukraine and even going so far as to send $24,000 of her own money to Ukrainian soldiers. And as it turns out, Streisand's connection to Ukraine is stronger than we knew. Her paternal grandparents actually immigrated to the US from Ukraine. Now Zelenskyy is hopefully done getting calls from his mother after she talks to Sheila. You know, the one whose son became a doctor. Zelenskyy's show is great, by the way. You can watch Servant of the People on JLTV. Jews have finally achieved representation in the Marvel Cinematic Universe! According to reports, the Jewish Marvel character Sabra will be joining the upcoming cast of Captain America: New World Order alongside Anthony Mackie and Tim Blake Nelson. And before anyone gets upset, yes, we know that some Marvel characters like Spider-Man and Magneto are Jewish, but this is the first time we're getting an explicitly Jewish character in the MCU. For the casual comic book fan, Sabra's real name is Ruth Bat Sarah. She's a mutant who not only has superpowers, but uses them to serve her country's defense forces as a Mossad agent. The character will be portrayed by Unorthodox's Shira Haas, and while we don't know much more besides that, this could lead to a whole new generation of MCU specials like Doctor Strange in the Kabbalah class, Wanda and Vision plan a bar mitzvah, and of course, Baby Groot's bris. All joking aside, here's hoping that we get to see Sabra with Hugh Jackman, who recently announced he'll be returning to the world of X-Men as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. Kosher keepers desperate for a cheeseburger? God and Israel have heard your prayers. According to the Times of Israel, the Israeli-based plant food company Vgarden, also known as Mashu Mashu, is expanding its reach outside of the country with the goal of increasing their global output. The company, which already has clients in the US including Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, and Costco, will be building a new facility in Australia. And that might not be the end for the kibbutz-based company out of Haifa, because according to the Good Food Institute, Israel is investing heavily into the plant-based food space, spending more money on plant-based technologies than anyone else outside of the United States. So we might not be that far away from seeing the Mashgiach put that little OU symbol on plant-based versions of traditionally forbidden foods like bacon, shrimp, pepperoni, and of course, cheeseburgers. Andy Cohen is a mensch, is what I'm guessing Israelis are saying after watching the new series Benot Brak, which is being compared to Bravo's Real Housewives series that Cohen is famous for. The show follows 5 ultra-Orthodox Haredi influencers who balance the jobs of running businesses, fostering online communities, and being mothers in the city of Bnei Brak. And this is a very different look at the Haredi community than we've seen in the media recently. Because aside from the fact that the ultra-Orthodox sect is traditionally very opposed to the use of technology, they've recently come under scrutiny for the fact that their children aren't able to pass simple tests on core curriculum subjects like math and science, and the fact that they tend not to serve in the military or the general workforce. The 5 women featured in the show all have successful online brands including makeup tutorial videos, wig making, a line of accessories, and even one who runs an Israeli food magazine. The show has not made its way to the United States yet, but for all of you who had ultra-Orthodox Real Housewives on your 2022 bingo card, good job. That's where we're gonna leave things today. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and get subscribed because we plan on doing a lot more of these videos. But for now, my name is Andrew Apple, this is The Weekly Jews, and we'll see you next week.